here is another fat jolly wood pigeon has met its end. Where Inca's sniffing, that's the impact zone where the bird of prey hit it into the ground, and here is where it plucked it. So you always know a bird of prey is at work because there's the impact, and then they hop, and then they pluck. So that's what's happened there. And with all our beech trees, the wood pigeons are very fat and jolly. So that's a well-plucked wood pigeon. Look at all those feathers. A well-plucked wood pigeon next to my ferns. I'm heading in here to chop some of those arm-thick bits of ivy. I brought my little handy pruning saw. And there's larch trees over there that when they lose their needles, they're a tree that loses its needles in the pine spruce family. And they will be like kites. You can just see one right behind there. That one actually right there has a huge amount of ivy. That's ivy going all the way up, which in the winter a big wind will catch and topple the tree. So I'm gonna chop some of these off. Come on dogs, move. That's a really thick one, but there's a whole bunch of them down there as well. So I'm just gonna have to do one. Oh, there's two big vines there. Okay, I'm gonna get that one. Let's see, I've got to find an easy way to get in there. Down here and over that log. Look, there's that vine to chop. You can see when that yellow is all shed, this evergreen ivy will make it so that it's easier for the tree to snap and fall. You can see the evidence of it right here. This tree here was covered in ivy, and you can tell by the bark that it was a one of that family of pines and firs, and it tipped over. So I'm going to chop that one and that one today. It's very dark and foreboding at the moment because there's a big storm coming. We're going to have a huge rain. So I'm just going to do a bit of this work, and then I've got to go and fill in under one of my gates that the fencers did. How thick this is. This is my blade. Look at how thick that is with my hand. Huge. There's two of them. I'm going to get those, and this will be free. It'll take a while to die. I just did that one there. I'm now going to do this one. I should really do those other ones, but I can only do so many, and I've got to get the gate done before the rain. I've got my audience, except they're not helping. I'm down on the ground and about to chop these two. I've done the top part, so they're loose at the top right there. Now I'm going to do down here. So I chop in two sections, and then when the sheep come in, they'll keep eating what keeps growing out. I don't want to cut into the tree, so I'm gonna have to be careful not to do that. But this one looks like I can cut this one as well, because I won't get in. I won't get in too close to the trunk on this one because this one's in the way. So I have to do this one first now. one. Ah, you can see the hollow in the tree where it's squeezing it. You can see the line. It's all concave. Now, you might ask why I'm not using the chainsaw. Well, I'm very close to the neighbors, and it is a Saturday morning. I think it's around 8:15, 8:30. They don't want to be woken up by a chainsaw on a Saturday morning. There we go. These old guys making noise next to me. And here we go. These two are chopped. The one on that tree's chopped. Look at the concave. Can you see that? Right there. That's how squeezed the tree was. You can almost feel like you can hear the tree sigh a relief. So that's gonna die back, and that's gonna die back. You can see with the beginnings of the wind how they become like sails, the ivy, and knock trees down. You can see trees like there, which I've already chopped the ivy off a number of years ago, and how it's free to float through the wind. That's an evergreen, that's not a larch. This is a larch. These are larches, and larch are supposed to lose their needles in the winter so that they don't get toppled by the wind. But they will with those big, huge bunches of ivy on them. The kinkle cankle of leaves falling in the wind. I wonder how much leaves will be left when the storm blows through, or after the storm blows through. So you can see I've been piling up dirt here for a period of time. I just raked this out just now, and there's sods there and sods here. So I'm going to put sods in the front here. And then this gate here, I haven't started yet. But you can see my sods are to the left. And then this is loads of soil that I'm going to rake over that way. I did a stupid thing. I had the gate open and I dumped this stuff this side. I should have dumped it the other side. Oh, an amateur mistake. But this is over the last, I guess about month, nearly a month. Because it was the 21st of September that they hung the gates. And you're marking the territory, are you now? So it's nearly a month that I've been bringing up soil and sods to fix this gate problem. Who needs a diet when you're farming? Or a gym for that matter. I don't need to hear your yapping. Watch me working so hard. So I'll turn off the video. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, I'm getting close. So what I'm doing is swinging the gate, and then I find where it's hitting and rake it. So I don't have to do too much work, just what is necessary. Woo! Nearly there. Almost. Let's see. Look at that! Up. Gate's closing. Yay! So, the ground is all up under the gate now. Now I want to sod this and the other side. And I've got a sod over there as well. And then this huge soaking rain is coming today. And this will secure this, hopefully. Anyway, I better get sodding before the rain comes. Here you get the idea of what I'm doing. And I have to go because I'm having a whole series of visitors are coming. But there we go. There is no longer a gap under the gate. I now have to do a bit of fencing there, but that temporary fence will hold that. Because this is only for alpaca for the moment anyway. Drinky drinkies. All that work was so that I could bring the alpaca in this paddock away from the rams. Here's the unpleasant male with the 3 girls over there. He's inspecting everything. Lorca, come here. Lorca, come here. Come on. Good boy. So he's going to check out my gate maintenance. Hey, excuse me. Come back here, Lorca. Lorca, come here. And the other 3 are all underneath the crab apple, having crab apples to eat. Yum, yum, yum. The alpaca are going to love this paddock for a while. You're being bold. You're being very bold. And the rams are still in that paddock over there. You can see the 4 ram lambs up there on the top of the hill. He's scratching himself with the thistles and dock seed heads. He knows he's been bold. I had to yell at him, turn off the video and yell at him because he was being bold. He kept going and trying to bother the alpaca. And it's better not to do that. Autumn colors. Anyway, I've also today been really busy ahead of the storm getting some of my salvias in before the weather turns. So there's some Amistad. They're so beautiful. I love these. And the pollinators love them as well. So I'm going to let them keep flowering for a while, and then I'm going to cut them back for the winter. But at the moment, the vine house is looking so colorful with plants at the moment. I love these. I love red ones, but this cousin gave me this one from a cutting. That's a pink one. And then look at this with the white bits in it. It's gorgeous. And then, of course, the orangey red ones. And then the red ones. And then these weeping ones. So, yeah, busy day. And you can hear the wind is creaking on the roof here. And the dogs are playing outside before the rain comes. Hey, Maya, how are you? No, we're going out. Come on. Come on. Gotta close the door before the rain arrives. And bolt the door. And I've been emptying the water tanks because we're gonna have loads of water. I've been watering everything with the water tanks, from the water tanks.